Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Laura and today we're doing something very different. Random like me. Yes, I have chosen to pick a topic to talk about, and today's topic, as in the title, is about swearing, as in effing and jeffing, swearing. So if you don't like this kind of thing, please do switch off now because it may offend you. I don't want to offend anybody. That's not my intention. I just want to talk about something. I want to start a series of videos about subjects that either mean something to me or subjects that I feel would be good to discuss. Things that I would like to discuss with my subscribers, things that I would like to interact with my subscribers about, and kind of see what other people's opinions are. So I'm going to start out by saying this is all my own opinions. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions. We can't all be the same, so please be nice to each other, be nice to me. We're all different. We're not meant to be the same, okay? So, swearing. So for anybody that's new, you won't realise that I previously had a family channel. So I'm a mother of 5 children. I have a partner. We started a family channel about a year ago. And we was doing challenges, we was doing trips out, we was doing cooking, and predominantly towards the end it seemed to be becoming a bit of a pattern that I was making the content, and it was becoming more about sort of subscription boxes and makeup and all that kind of jazz. So it was a joint decision after a while of me being quite unwell that perhaps I should do my own channel, bring you all the same content that I was bringing but on my own channel, because we can't really have a family channel that's predominantly about me. It doesn't really work. And I was relying on other people to kind of help me out with the content, and it wasn't coming, and it made the videos less frequent and a bit kind of all over the place. So now I'm kind of doing regular videos here on this channel. I'm working on doing one video every 3 days, but because I'm having so many ideas, it's more than that. My schedule excludes subscription boxes and book updates for a book challenge that I'm doing that I can link for you at the end. So naturally now, of course, I'm doing my own channel, and this isn't now family based. I kind of, to a degree, am debating about how true to myself I am on this channel. And whilst it's good to just be you and people don't want you to be fake and all that kind of thing, you do have to think about others. And my concerns have been recently that coming across from my other channel, there would be subscribers that are used to it being family orientated, and perhaps some people might not like hearing me swear. So I did start out by just doing things the way I used to. I then, more as time went on, kind of started to feel, but can I, you know, if I'm on my own and filming on my own, is there any need for me to cut it out? Should I just be me and kind of naturally say what's in here? So there has been the odd part now where I'm sure you will have seen that I have had the odd moment with swearing, and there was a video where I actually put up at the beginning, if you don't wish to hear me swearing or swearing is not for you, then please just don't watch this video. So I'm here to talk about that. And I'm here to ask your opinions. So please guys, I really would like it if you would talk to me about this subject. So I'd like to know, do you feel that I should keep it to a minimum? Do you feel that I should just continue without the swearing? Or do you just want me to be me, and if it all falls out, it all falls out? Would you prefer that perhaps I did that video warning you each time I edit a video, and there is some swearing in there just to kind of pre-warn you, but on the same note, if I'm going to be me, I'll probably swear in every video. So let's get into what I think about swearing. So I personally don't really think that swearing is big or clever. I'm a 35-year-old grown woman with 5 children, so no, I'm past the stage of thinking it's clever. In fact, I never really felt it was clever. I started swearing from a very, very young age. I felt pressured, not by people specifically, but by my environment. Now, growing up, my parents haven't humoured that. It's not something I picked up from family. You know, my family don't do that. Not that they're against it, and I know there's a couple of family members that do have the odd moment with it, but generally my family don't really swear, and I've grown up respecting that. But the school I went to and where I lived on an estate growing up, it's what the children did. So, you know, I would have been picked on for not being the same and needed to fit in, and you know, looking back, you can see that's wrong, and you should always just be you, and people should accept you for the way you are. But back then I did adapt, and then it becomes part of you, and you just get into this routine, and there's not much filth that doesn't come out of my mouth. Now, I don't actually sit in front of my children being like that, and it's not part of my daily life. I cut it out. When I became a mum, that was the start of me watching it in front of my children. When I'm talking to other adults, it still happens, but in front of my children, it's just cut out. And you know, you have to be, you know, in my opinion, showing them the right way. So I don't do that. That's just my personal preference. I'd rather not teach them. However, on the same note, if they're going to do it, I'd rather be... I don't want my children to do things in secret. If they're going to hear it from anyone, I suppose sometimes people would see that it's best coming from the people closest to you. So, I mean, we're all different. We all have our reasons. It doesn't make us a bad parent if we're not the same as the next person. For me, I just like to kind of keep it to a minimum and cut it out in front of my children, even though there's teenagers. There's been jokes made that I think they probably say more than what I do, or they know that I do, and I cut it out for the benefit of them and being a mum and doing the right thing. We're very open about it, we talk about it, we just don't do it in front of each other. I also can't decide really what the beef is with YouTube and swearing. I have seen YouTubers, big YouTubers, suggest that you get demonetized if you swear. I'm nowhere near it being monetized anyway, so it's not really an issue. But I've seen people say that they'll be demonetized if they swear, and I presumed that that meant that YouTube had taken this complete, like, no swearing sort of attitude. But I've seen so many people, so many different YouTubers, big and small, swearing, that I'm now confused. I don't know where the boundaries are with swearing with YouTube. So if you do know the answer to that, then please do let me know, because, you know, I do like to take everything into consideration. I have suggested recently that I was just going to swear and just be myself. And I still haven't been. There's been the odd word. That's not the true me. I don't want people to kind of think that I'm very, very different in real life to what I am on YouTube, which is why I suppose to a degree I just want to be me, just want to interact with people. I want people to like me for being me. On the same note, I've now already built relationships with a lot of people that I really like, and the last thing I'd want is to ruin those relationships because I'm swearing. I do have a lot of respect for people that don't swear. Likewise, I like to think that people that don't like swearing personally have respect for people that just do. I think it should work both ways. I do think that there's... I wouldn't go as far as saying that swearing shouldn't be offensive. I think swearing can be offensive depending on the way it's being used. With me, it's quite sort of flippant, sort of... If you drop something on your toe, you react. Who wouldn't? And just normal general conversation. There's some words that it can be used in amongst conversation and be okay, but then if it's said in the wrong tone or aggressively, then it can be quite offensive. So I think I think it's one of these things that really is sort of a bit, what do you all think? What do you all think is the question here. I thought about sitting here and reeling off every last word that I use and kind of just chatting my way through it, swearing here and there, dropping it all in all over the place, being me, so that everyone could see this video and just know what I'm like. But actually I think rather than doing that, perhaps it's best that I address it, have a chat with you all, see what you all think, then make my own mind up whether I think that I should continue with these warnings and having the odd bit in, just be me, and ditch the warnings, just be me, and have the warnings, or just ditch it all completely. I'm not really sure at the minute. I'm a bit kind of unsure as to where I'm going to head with that. I think the other concern is, and a lot of people tend to forget, there are a lot of younger people watching YouTube. Now, I've got teenage children. I know they swear. I know they swear. I don't think they realise just how parents have eyes and ears everywhere sometimes. But, yeah. I think my children are probably worse than I am when they're at school, to be honest. I think times have changed. So I can't speak for everyone, and I don't, you know, I don't want parents coming at me and saying, but mine doesn't. I know there's children that don't do it. There definitely will be, but there's also a hell of a lot of children that do. And if you're a parent and you think my channel is something that your children may be watching, perhaps you'd like to drop in the comments below that you'd rather I didn't because of your children. I mean, I'm not going to be upset with what anyone has to say about it. You know, this is why we're doing this. It's kind of an open debate and a discussion, a chat with you. This is just kind of come and grab a cup of tea, coffee, have a biscuit, dunk your biscuit in your drink, kind of have a chat. I'm uploading my part of the conversation. You can add yours underneath, which is exactly what I'm hoping for with this video, because I want to know and understand my subscribers, testing the water a little bit, know where to head, what you all like, what you don't, because I really enjoy interacting with you all and I wouldn't want to change. And yeah. So we're not going to go ahead and do lots of swearing in this video. I like I say, it's not really a planned thing either. I just do it. It just kind of, it's part of everyday conversation with me to, you know, F this and F that. An actual fact, what I could be doing, maybe you're happy with it, providing that it's not saying the F word outright. Maybe I'll say F in hell, EFFIN, or chuffing hell, or, you know. I do have a very warped sense of humour, probably a bit of a blokey sense of humour. I can make some crazy comments, some crazy jokes at times. So once again, I try to keep that. I'm a weirdo. Let's face it, guys. I'm a bloody weirdo. I don't see oh my god and bloody hell as offensive. In comparison to other things I may say or do, thinking about how I am normally, it's not something that I think should be a problem. And I hope it isn't with all of you. I'm sure the majority of you probably are the same there, without the swearing part. I'm sure people are the same. Is there other words you think I could use in replacement? Like I say, you could say FNL or chuffnl, or recently I've kind of adopted the kind of feckin' hell, FEKKIN. It's still the same thing, but not. Maybe people find that less less harsh, maybe? I don't really know. Maybe there's other words that you would prefer to use. Some of you may have other ways. I mean, for me, I don't think twice about using naughty words. It just comes out. It's just, it's a natural thing, you know. I suppose it's a bit like learning a second language as growing up. That's the only way I can kind of liken it or put it down to. But yeah, growing up, when I was swearing, I would never do it at home. I had so much respect for my mum, and obviously I had younger sisters. I'm the oldest of 5 girls, and I had, you know, when I was a teenager, just before I was leaving home sort of age, my little sister was very, very little, sort of 2-3 years old, and I obviously didn't want her to hear me swear. But like I say, I had so much respect for my mum. It was just the wrong thing to do. Not because she kind of forced that situation either. I just naturally didn't think it was right. Never have done. She's heard me swear now since, you know, being an adult, and she has from time to time too. But you know, even my dad, for example, I don't think I've ever heard my dad swear. I don't think he'd like hearing me swear either, really. He may well have done if he's watched my channel. I don't know if he was watching videos on my family channel. I'm not sure if he's picked up on me having this channel yet, but I think my dad's quite an accepting person, so he would appreciate that, you know, I'm old enough to do what I want. He might not like it, but he wouldn't, you know, at my age be telling me off. So quite a difficult subject to talk about because it's quite a controversial one. I kind of think it's not spoken about enough, if I'm being honest, and I really do think it's something that is great to be raising with your fellow YouTube subscribers and friends. It's nice to know what their feelings are on things like this when you first start out with a channel, so it's quite important to me to understand people. I think if I was to kind of decide to keep away from it while I'm on YouTube, I wouldn't then promise that I would be like that over on Instagram, because that's just a completely separate account, and Instagram is very, very different to YouTube. People are very different it's a very different community, so I wouldn't necessarily be the same on both platforms. So just to put that out there, once again, please feel free to discuss with me what you think about that. I'm open to everything you want to talk about there. I don't think this is going to be the first of my debate discussions that I do with you all. I'm sure there'll be other hot topics come up, so I'm going to kind of create a playlist. This is going to be another one of my series, like I do things like play-alongs, which I haven't got around to yet. I used to do play-alongs with my friend Nikki. She used to do Monday makeovers. She still does do Monday makeovers, and I haven't done one for a while, so yeah. I will be doing more play-along videos, and I will be doing more with Nikki Pearson when she does them, when I feel that I like something. But I have decided to expand on that series, so we will be starting a play-along series soon, but I'm not only going to be doing it alongside with Nikki's videos, I'm going to pick out with other YouTubers, I think, and just go for it, because I'm learning and I want to try different things and with different people. I think it'd be good to support lots of different YouTubers by doing play-alongs and supporting them. And how nice would it be if you've created a look and somebody else has said, oh my god, your look is stunning. I've done a video as well using your video as a tutorial. I think that's just an incredible way to support people that you enjoy watching. So that's something I really want to explore. There will be giveaway series at some point. At the moment, I'm so busy with videos, I just haven't got round to it, but it will come. And of course, I have my project pan and book updates. So empties videos every month, my fab or naff videos every month. I've got a lot of series going on, and this is going to be one. Some of them aren't going to be like a specific date or like monthly or weekly sort of idea, like this debate one. I think it's just going to be a sporadic thing when I feel like it's time to discuss something else, or something else has kind of taken me by surprise that I would like to kind of understand a bit more. Sometimes it might be about subjects that I don't understand well enough, and I'm hoping that you might be able to help me out. Sometimes it might be things I have conflicting arguments for that I would just like to discuss with people and see what people think about it. And sometimes when you talk to other people about things, they can put things to you in a different way, or they can have different pros and cons. I just find all of that really kind of intriguing and interesting. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've really enjoyed talking to you about this subject. I really am looking forward to hearing all of your feedback. I really would appreciate as many of you that have a suggestion or positive or negative sort of feedback. I really do look forward to seeing what you all think, whether it's positive or negatively, not towards me personally, obviously, but the subject. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing how you all feel, and I will see you all again in the next video. So I hope you're all having an amazing day, and it's a bloody happy one at that. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you all again in my next video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.